heart injury. We go back 3 or 2 years, I believe.
Yeah, I've known you for a good bit now, actually.
You were trained by Ethan Case down at Palmetto.
Yes, easily one of the best schools in the area entirely. Whether we're talking about Carolinas, East Coast, whatever, they're easily one of the schools, one of the only schools actually who are going to teach you everything you need to know about the wrestling business, whether it's in the ring, out the ring, stuff you would think about. I'll tell anybody any day of the week, if you want the complete package, go there.
So, and with that, Tristan Moody went to the UK.
Yes. We have a couple of stars who've done some big stuff in wrestling already. Guys like Tristan who've done international tours already. We have guys like Sean Legacy who working closely with companies like WWE.
Down in the ball.
Yes.
And NXT.
Yep. And even stars like Eric Academia who appeared in places like Ring of Honor and stuff like that. So we're out here, man. We're out here to make it happen.
What is your signature?
So my move is a step up knee that I call Kieran. It's after the mystical creature, but it's a move where I put my opponent down on one knee, and then I step off of their knee to knee them in the face. And if you see any pictures of an actual Kieran, that's what it kind of looks like with them stepping up.
What is your dream feud?
So, if you know wrestling, D'Angelo. He's
MLW's newest star.
One of them. And I say he's a big part in helping my career too. He's like a brother to me. As much as we are friends, I do feel like though we would have a great feud. We have a lot of story there. If he were to betray me or do anything crazy, I don't know. But if that relationship were ever to turn sour, I feel like we'd have a crazy amount of good matches.
And then, if you had to book yourself in a Survivor Series match, who would be on your team?
Okay, so am I in the team?
Yes, it's your
So it's
team.
me and 4 other guys.
Yes.
Cool. In that case, then I feel like I can map that out pretty easily. If we're talking Survivor Series, then I'm probably gonna get my best friend, like I said, my brother, D'Angelo, of course. After that, I'm gonna grab someone who has been very big about pushing me when it comes to my ability in the ring and making sure that I'm getting a lot better. I'm gonna say Tristan Moody. Another person who's real big on making sure that I'm getting where I need to be. He actually helped develop a lot of my moveset and what I am as a wrestler. I would pick Raylan Alvey. And then I do feel like we need to get team captain. I don't feel like I'd be the best team captain. I'm not as much of a leader as I'm more of a specialist. I do feel like he'd be a great person to put the team on his back and help out with that. Plus he's a killer, bro. Jake Parker, bro. That's a guy who's a straight killer. I was thinking about James Johnson, but that's up here too. If we had to rotate somebody out, probably him.
Which, speaking of James and Raylan, they will be at WrestleCade at the TELLITTOTREVOR booth with Mila Johnson, Rayhan Entez, TJ Berretti, and Rafael Delgado. Which TJ and Rafael are from Florida. Corey is known in New Jersey.
Wow.
And then you guys are well known in the Carolinas.
Yes, you know that.
What is your hidden passion outside of the ring?
That is, okay, that's funny just because one of my big things is making sure when it comes to wrestling, I'm 100% in wrestling. But that's how it is with all my passions. I actually have a lot of things I'm interested in and I want to do outside of wrestling once I'm done with it. While I'm in it though, I do want to be 120% in it. But dude, I have a lot. Yeah, I like gaming. I also want to be a game designer too. I want to develop some certain games. Fashion, I love fashion. I want to run my own clothing brand at one point, particularly a women's clothing brand. I will argue to this day, women's fashion is so much better than men's. Plus, I love art, so I love doing actual artwork and author. I want to be an author at some point and write fantasy novels.
Where did your love for the wrestling begin?
So that's also a weird story. So I never grew up wanting to like do this. Like a lot of people would say this is all they've ever wanted, this is their whole life, everything. I was not like that at all. I watched wrestling for a little bit around like 06 to 09. Then particularly CM Punk defeated Jeff Hardy to have him outed out of the company. And I only knew WWE, so I didn't know there was other companies or he went somewhere else. I thought he was just gone.
When TNA, well, Impact.
Yeah. So I didn't know that though. So legit for me, I thought Jeff Hardy was just gone.
Yeah.
And that for me was like, well, my favorite wrestler at the time was Jeff Hardy. So the fact I can't have Jeff Hardy anymore, I don't want to watch wrestling anymore. So I didn't. I didn't get back into wrestling until I was around 16, 17. And I made a rash decision to switch from being an architect to wrestling. And so my big thing is if you're gonna get into something, gotta get 100% into it. So I researched the crap out of it, did as much as I can, tried to learn as much as I can. So now here we are, where this is all I think about.
Alright, shout outs to ACCW, which we are proudly at. Apple City Championship Wrestling, which you just had your debut at.
Yes, sir. It's actually not only my ACCW debut, but my North Carolina wrestling debut. Yeah.
Which, congratulations.
Which definitely should have been a earlier. Technically, my second North Carolina booking, but fun fact about me, I'm very bad with dates, and I messed up my first booking for that, so that's fun.
And then shout outs to Dubby Energy. If I can get it. Okay. Dubby Energy, save 15% promo code TELLITTOTREVOR. And then Rebel 8. It is like a monster energy.
Okay.
That's how I taste. That's what it tastes like.
I believe you.
With same promo code TELLITTOTREVOR, which I will have those also at WrestleCade. And then another company I'm still trying to figure out what is my promo code. But it said, here's your promo code, you type it in, don't work.
I don't know. I mean, business, I guess.
So you guys like send me my information, because I know you watch, because I put you guys on every clip. What is the most interesting place you have ever visited?
Interesting place I've ever visited. Okay, so I will. Okay, this is so it's definitely still a wrestling thing. Ironically, I had the opportunity to work for a company called Triple A Championship Wrestling a while back.
That's
Very
the one
random.
where Facade wrestles a lot of, right?
They have a couple guys like Facades on there, Luigi Primo's on there.
That's the clown.
Yeah, Juggalos. Yeah. So ICP and them, they head that up. And like Violent J's promotion. If you know anything about like old WCW and anything like that, he was big in that. But it was really cool. Definitely different vibes. I'm not a Juggalo guy, so going there was definitely like out of my element a bit. But cool people, very intense, a lot of fun. Yeah, I watched them crowd surf a guardrail that got knocked over at one point. Like that's insane. And then also a girl jumped the guardrail because she was drunk, and they chanted for them to whoop her. That's crazy. Insane stuff.
If you could have dinner with any historical figure, who would it be and why?
Historical?
Historical.
Interesting one. I guess. I don't really have one off the bat. I guess it'd be just someone crazy, like, not crazy in the sense of like psyche, just like left field of a choice. Like Houdini or something like that. Like somebody like you wouldn't normally think of when you think of talking to someone. I do feel like I don't want it to be wrestling related though. Just someone wild. But I'll be honest, I don't really know one offhand.
What is your favorite book and why does it resonate to you?
Okay. So one of my favorite books right now is still Ready Player One. If you know anything about Ernest Cline. It's the author. It's a very dystopian book built off of the idea that people will get into video games and VR because the rest of the world is fighting for resources and everything goes to crap. I love it. I think it's really cool. I love the grittiness of it and the fact that it's very realistic. It doesn't paint the main hero out to be some like god, some greater than thou, or like somebody who can overcome everything. He's a fat dude who plays video games. That's really it. But he still finds a way. But it's mainly just because he puts the time and the work to know what he's doing. He knows a lot about video games, he knows a lot about everything, so of course he's gonna have the advantage at the end of the day. Same thing with what I do with wrestling. My edge doesn't come from me being the most athletic man in the ring. 9 times out of 10, I'm not. But I can guarantee you I know more about wrestling than my opponent does. So, it helps in the end.
What is your go-to karaoke song?
I don't karaoke like that. That's the problem here. That's hilarious though, because I do have a background in singing. I just don't karaoke like that. If I had to pick, something by Silk Sonic. Anderson .Paak and Bruno Mars are amazing. Their album is amazing. Masters of their craft. If something off that album, I'll probably sing the crap out of it.
If you could time travel, where would you go? You know, to the first WrestleMania.
All right. I'm a big nerd on science, so I would argue never go to the past. It's horrible. Don't do that to yourself. You will blip yourself out of existence by accident. Butterfly effect is very real. Honestly though, I'd probably go to the future, but I'd only go into the future by like a couple years. Just see where things are at and try to see like, hey, how can I prepare for where things are going? I feel like that'd be the smartest idea. Go 3 years in the future or 5 years in the future. Just see what life's like and make sure that I'm prepared for it when I get there in real time.
What is the best piece of advice you have ever received?
Ironically enough, the best piece of advice I ever received was from a family member of mine, which was they told me, listening to others is cool, but at the end of the day, the way you live life is your own. Because only you have to live through every second of it. Someone can give you the greatest advice in the world, and you can go to do that. But remember, if they tell you to do something crazy, they don't have to live through every second that comes after that. You do. So, you make decisions because you want to. You decide on things because you decided to.
Okay. Can you talk about a mentor or someone who has played a significant role in your life?
I'd have to say probably just gonna be my mom. I don't have that many mentors. I don't. I'm a very beat to my own drum kind of person. I don't really follow up after people. I do things my way, and if it doesn't work, it doesn't work, but at least I did it my way. But my mother has always been someone who's there for me. And even when she kind of like didn't really know where we were going with it, like I'll never forget she cried when I told her I wanted to be a wrestler. She thought I was throwing my life away. But once she saw my effort behind it, when she saw that it wasn't just a pipe dream, I actually wanted it, she instantly was on board. And she's always been there whenever I've needed any kind of advice, any kind of guidance, any kind of anything. I mean, hey, she's also an entrepreneur. She's also somebody who does a little out of the norm type of stuff. So, yeah, I know if there's anyone I can talk to, is her.
Could you, these are rapid questions for you. So coffee or tea?
Tea, definitely. I don't drink coffee.
Early bird or night owl?
Night owl, but I do have to get up early. I just hate it.
Dogs or cats?
Cats. I actually love cats.
One thing you can't live without?
Easy answer is my phone.
What is your go-to comfort food?
Go-to comfort food, pizza, season one.
Summer or winter?
Summer. I hate the cold.
What is your favorite way to relax after a long day?
Sit on the couch, drink a cold beer, watching wrestling.
Sweet or savory food?
Savory. I'm not a sweet tooth.
Alright, and then the people that design my questions have a segment where you get to ask me 5 questions.
Okay.
Of your choice.
Okay. Who's the guest that you really, really want on the podcast, but you haven't been able to nail down?
That's easy. It's Brad Attitude.
He's on the show today. You might be able to grab him. Okay. What's a company that you really want to be able to sponsor?
I want to get Pepsi just because the podcast city is like 5 minutes from the Pepsi warehouse.
Okay. Let me rephrase the question because that wasn't exactly what I was asking. If you could name a wrestling company that you would love to sponsor, what would that company be?
Honestly, any company. Doors are wide open. You could be in Mexico, Japan, New Zealand, Australia. I don't care.
Okay.
As long as their goals meet up with what I'm trying to do.
Fourth one. Jesus. Do you plan on making your own merch?
Yes, there will be custom TELLITTOTREVOR merchandise at WrestleCade. At WrestleCade, we will have custom trading cards and a custom posters that you guys can buy.
Oh wow.
I'm gonna leave the rest a surprise for you guys, so make sure they're. I don't remember the dates, but it is Friday, Saturday, Sunday after Thanksgiving that week.
Yes. And then speaking of WrestleCade, that's probably the last question actually. Who are you most excited to or looking forward to seeing at WrestleCade?
So that would be honestly, there's the Hardy Boys, which funny story with Jeff. I worked at Greg Lodge. I hate to put you guys' name out there as much as I hate your guys' guts. He was drunk at the bar right after his death, and I said, "Hey, can you do the Willow voice?" And he was like, "Yeah, let's go behind the building and like let's do the voice." And I'm like, "Okay, cool." The moment after he did the voice, we had the cops show up, wondering who the crap was screaming, and I was like, "My night's made." To this day, because he was so drunk, he gave me his phone. I'm like, it's probably fake.
You never know.
But I was like, that guy, who knows?
Yeah, we'll see.
And then we have 2 more segments left. What is your weirdest childhood nickname, and what's the story behind it?
I didn't have that many nicknames growing up. The only one that was really a big thing was my cousins called me Tookie. It was because everyone, my mom grew up in LaGrange, Georgia, very much so ghetto, more hood, and my cousins that's where they grew up. So, according to them, everyone in the family needed a hood nickname.
Okay.
So, they thought mine was perfect as Tookie, and that's how they referred to me. So I don't get called that much. I don't get called Tookie much anymore, but I mean, it's still something. I'll say my name is normally short enough to where they don't really need a nickname.
What is the strangest food combination you enjoy that others might find weird?
I'm not a big combo guy. I love food kind of more what it is. Maybe. I do like having hot sauce on just about everything. I like cooking hot sauce into my eggs in the morning. So and it's not just like regular hot sauce. I'm talking like ghost pepper hot sauce
Okay.
in the eggs, which some people think is like wild, but honestly, it's not a lot in it to be like killing you.
It's probably like a drop or two.
More than that, but
Tablespoon. I know there's a place that's in the Carolinas called Pepper Palace. You ever had it?
I've never.
Any hot sauce, they have like mustard, hot sauce, barbecue mustard.
Oh, that's wild.
They have this one that's called raspberry chipotle dressing. You put it on your pancakes. Because it's made for breakfast.
It's kind of wild.
It's pretty good.
I've been a little careful with breakfast items half the time because I'm still lactose intolerant.
What is the funniest joke you know? And since I know you know some jokes because of Paul Meadows.
Them jokers be doing way too much. I feel like that's a better question for Dre. You know him, Dre the Goat. That's a guy who's really good at that kind of stuff. Raylan has some good jokes. It's just half of them are kind of corny. Jesus. I'm blanking right now. I'm so sorry. I'm blanking on jokes right now. I'm not a comedian. It's just a little difficult for me to come up with something off the top of my head. I will say if you want a big guy who can throw a joke off the top of your head, Raylan Alvey. That's one.
Which I need to get him and Funk on the episode at some point this season, as we're in season number 4.
Oh wow.
Season 1 was mainly down in Palmetto.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
We've had fights on the podcast.
Oh wow. Okay. Yeah, that's fine.
That one was interesting.
No. I can't even be surprised with my kinfolk.
Let's see, we've done lots of shows behind the scenes of ACCW.
Okay.
We've had people in the UK,
Oh wow. Bro.
some in Australia, which is hard to do because time zones.
Yeah. Also, I'm pretty sure their internet connection's probably garbage.
They're like, oh, let's shoot at 9 in the morning, and I'm like, okay, I'm at work.
Well,
They're like, that's 9 p.m. for you. I'm like,
yeah.
I'm sleeping. What advice would you give to someone that wants to become a wrestler?
Commit. You gotta commit. It's 110 out of all the time. Like, there's not something that you can halfway do if you want to be successful at it. If you want to be good at wrestling, it's a life commitment. I tell people all the time, you can either do this as a hobby or you can do it like you want to get signed. I'm one of the ones who want to get signed. So this is everything for me. The only thing I do is work so that way I can pay for this. So if you want it, go for it, but just make sure it's what you want.
Yeah.
Because the only thing that's beneficial with this for the good portion of it is just the love of the game.
Yeah. And then, is there anybody you want to shout out?
Oh, bro.
Since this is streamed in 14 different countries.
Heck yeah. Shout out to, of course, Palmetto State Academy. That's my people. Shout out to Ethan Case, James Johnson, Raylan Alvey. Of course, from all members of the Key. Shout out to Three Dope, Dre the Go, Florida Man, Jake Parker. Shout out to D'Angelo. Like, I can go all day, man. When it comes to the Carolinas, like, it's still easily. How about that? Shout out to the Carolinas, man.
Yeah.
When it comes to promoters, when it comes to people who have connections, when it comes to shows, pay attention. This is a very underground place to a lot of bigger companies. I know that because I work for one, and they've told me how it is. But like, I'm so serious with that. When I tell you, this is a cavalcade of hidden gems. There's a reason why Javon Evans is such a big deal. There's a reason why Saquon Sugar is such a big deal. There's a reason why Sean Legacy is such a big deal. Jackson Drake's a big deal. Like, you pull these guys from there and they're ready off the jump. You don't need to train them for 5 years at a PC or whatever. No, they can go off rip.
especially like people from DPW too.
Oh yeah. All they want is a platform, man. Just give them a chance, give them a platform, give them something to be able to show out on, and they'll. I promise you, they will not disappoint you.
JD Drake too.
Oh yeah, that's JD's really good. Oh, both workhorsemen. Same for Anthony Henry.
Yeah.
Like we're talking about guys. Like you name somebody from the Carolinas who's gone to a big company, they have not disappointed yet. There's a reason why we have a reputation. There's a reason why they let go of Cedric Alexander and yet he's still going and doing crazy good stuff.
Just signed the TNA.
Same thing with Trevor Lee. Same thing with all these guys. Like,
I'm surprised Trevor Lee didn't go back to TNA.
huh? There's a reason why I say the Carolinas don't disappoint, man.
Exactly.
They just don't. And
They
I,
just melted.
all I wish is that more places realize that.
And then where can they find you on social media?
So I am on everything as Scaro the Real. I thought it was cool at the time because everybody does the real and then their name, so I flipped it. It's kind of corny now I think about it, but it's what I got now. So yeah, Scaro, SCARO, my last name, and then the Real. Instagram, Facebook. Those are my only real two main social media platforms. I don't have a Twitter, and my TikTok is garbage, so don't even bother. I haven't posted on there in 2 years, so sorry. But yeah, Instagram and Facebook are going to be where it's at. If you want to hit me up, you want to post about me, whatever, I'm all down for it. My big goal right now is just get my name out there, making sure everyone knows who I am. So till then, so whatever.
And guys, we will see you guys next time. Make sure you guys go check out our table at WrestleCade.